Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today we're going to talk about deck number 346, Aurelia 2.0. This time she means business. 4 mana, 2/5. She's amazing. I mean, she's exactly what we need. Well, no, she's not. Not at all, actually. I mean, she's good, don't get me wrong. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with, but she's not what we need in the fact that she is another Boros commander that play dudes, turn them sideways. That's what we do. So, I feel like I built that deck half a dozen times now, and I probably have. So, what I did was I said, you know what? Let's do Boros. Less her and more Boros to try to explore the Boros problem. So, what I did was, with the exception of a few artifacts like the signets and whatnot, I did all Boros cards, meaning they're all multicolor red and white, or in the case of hybrid, red or white. And what I've done is I have them here by set. And we're going to start with the most recent. We're going to work our way back. So let's take a trip through the history of Boros. First, we have our current set, Guilds of Ravnica, which, by the way, it's amazing. It comes out, as of when I'm recording this, comes out tomorrow. So, beautiful. We got the locket, like I said, the locket, the key rune, the signet, all of that. It is, I mean, well, technically color identity Boros. It's not Boros to cast, but going to be pretty good. Justice Strike got a little bit of removal. Well, for a square status or better creature. Fresh Faced Recruit, just a 2-drop. Swath Cutter Giant. A lot of these are not exactly amazing. Our double in the 4/3 Mentor here is pretty decent. Legion Guildmage, Boros Challenger, Integrity and Intervention, pretty decent. And probably one of my only gripes about this entire set is Hammer Dropper. It just bugs me to no end. Oh my gosh. Why is he holding a hammer? Why? Oh. Okay. Then, if we take a step back from Guilds of Ravnica, we go back to, of course, Dominaria, where we have our Flying First Strike Angel in Tiana. Now, we have one equipment in the entire deck. We'll get there when we get to OG Ravnica. Don't have a lot of ours, but we're doing the Boros thing. We're not, it's what we're doing. So, the next step back is Dragon's Maze. Of course, Dragon's Maze gave us the Clue Stone, Gleam of Battle, Original Tajik. Now, I really like the Legion's Initiative. This is a great card for just Boros. I mean, it's not a lot you can say that. By the way, Boros Charm. Boros Charm is not in the deck only because I don't have one. I'm just saying it should be. It's Boros in the name, but I do have the double costed. It's, they added one more to the damage and the life and doubled the cost. So, Fireblade, or I'm sorry, First Blade. And then we have Boros Battle Shaper. Now, obviously, this is a very color intensive deck, but just about if you've got a white and a red, yeah, you're pretty good. Then we go back to Guilds. No, I'm sorry, not Guilds. Gatecrash, which gave us, Firemade Avenger. Evidently, there's a huge thing with the Battle Angel. I'm noticing, but evidently the Boros Battle Angel type is trope is very, very popular, and every time they revisit Boros, we're going to have a Battle Angel of some sort. Now, we got the Minotaur, Halberdiers, Paladin. There's our key rune. A lot of 2-drops in the deck because of all the guild mage type things. The Fortress Cyclop, the Foundry Champion, and of course Martial Glory. Now, before that one, we got a set of solid gold. The whole set was solid gold, and it was called Alara Reborn. And there were 5 enemy color cards per enemy color pair. So Boros got Fight to the Death. I say he got 5. I'm only running 3. Fight to the Death, Glory of Warfare, which is nice. I mean, and the Intimidation Bolt. Then we go back to the Shadowmoor Alara block, which really went all in on the hybrid mana. So a lot of these, like 2/2 double strike for 3, that's playable. The Belligerent Hatchling, maybe not so much. Double Cleave. I mean, I really want Double Cleave to draw a card. There's that other card that does it. The Dragoon. Now, Battlegate Mimic is just a great, great card in the deck because it's going to trigger. It's just about always going to be a 4/2 when you want it to be a 4/2. The Mind Captain, the Hedge Mage, Spite Mare, Fire at Will. Hey, we have some removal of some sort. And then, of course, we have the Scourge of Nobles. Now, here again, this is not bad because every creature in the deck is going to be both. So it's going to get +2/+2 Fire Breathing and Lifelink. You know, if we put that on our commander, that's pretty sweet, yo. Now, then we go back to Original Ravnica. Original Ravnica is what actually gave us the name Boros. And I have to believe that there was, when they were coming up with the name of the 10 guilds, this is not fact, this is just me theorizing. So, but there is an artist, or there was along the time, and his name was Zoltan Boros. And I have to believe that there's some kind of correlation there, that they just got it, and that's how that went. So, that being said, Boros Swiftblade was the first time we ever got double strike for 2 mana, which is, you know, real cheap. And we all got wrapped up on how do we make it bigger. It also gave us Lightning Helix. I don't have an original copy. There's but you know, kind of like the Boros Signet. I'm using reprints, but Skylight Legionnaire, which I believe Skylight Legionnaire now has been in every Ravnica block, even though what we've got now is not exactly a block. It's not a block, but it's 3 sets together in the same place with the same story. Anyway, Argus Cuz, Boros Recruit, because, you know, back in the day, this was Stone Throwing Devils, and that was really good. It was too good to see print. 1/1 first strike. Whoa. Sunhome Enforcer. Rally the Righteous. Now, Radiance, man, I would love to see Radiance done again, but well, kind of like Snow Covered. But in this particular deck, Radiance is going to hit it all. I mean, all of it. So that's pretty neat. Firemane Angel, y'all are waiting for her. The original Boros Guild Mage, the Flamekin Zealot. Master Warcraft is nice. You control combat. Now, the beautiful part here is You're not, yeah, controlling your combat is fine, but the ability to control player B against player C's combat, I mean, it's you could set it up to where it's a potential blowout for both of them. I don't know that this is a, you know, one-sided wrath or anything, but it's you can definitely mess up two people at least for one turn. Of course, we have the Thundersong Trumpeter, and then our only equipment in the deck, the Sun Forger, which his sole purpose is to go get Lightning Helix. Yeah, yeah. Okie dokie. Before Boros was named Boros, we had all the way back in Apocalypse, the culmination of the storyline that happened. Well, it was supposed to be the culmination. Uh, Apocalypse was a set all about enemy colors, and of course, Flowstone Charger has that Flowstone. I call it the Flowstone mechanic because it's plus the front minus the back, and that's everything with the Flowstone did that. Flowstone could make you stronger, but it also hurt. Just ask Krovax and Urtai. And of course, Goblin Legionnaire and Order and Chaos. Now, even way back before that, there was this set called Tempest. And Tempest toyed around with something called Shadow. Now, blue and white and black were the Shadow colors. And Shadow, it was kind of flying, but kind of not flying. It was the only way to block it was to have a creature with Shadow. And if you didn't have a creature with Shadow, you just wasn't blocking it. So, still, Soltari Gorillas here doesn't see play in a lot of the old, or a lot of any formats because, it is a 4-mana 3/2. But you can have it just, start popping creatures, and it ain't getting blocked a lot because let's face it, there ain't a lot of Shadow being played. But even then, before then, 3 sets earlier, we had Mirage. And Mirage gave us a few red-white cards. It gave us Energy Bolt. Now, Energy Bolt, see, nowadays, I feel like if this card had been printed now, we would have got both. Could we get both at instant? No, we're not going to get both at instant speed. Aurelia's Fury or whatever that was wasn't anywhere near that good. And then our last non-land card is, of course, Reflect Damage. This one has gotten a lot cheaper over the years, this effect. But things being as they are, that is the little stroll down Boros Lane. Now, I guess now we will cover the non-basic lands because that's the thing that I'm doing now because so many of y'all have asked, and it's like, sure, why not? I guess the only utility, quote unquote, land is the Rogue's Passage. It's really good, especially if you've got a commander who's all about doing the combat damage, and here we are, we do. We have another colorless land in Evolving Wilds to go and get that color that you need. And as far as quote unquote duels, we have the Stone Quarry, Windscar Crag, Guildgate, Garrison, Ancient Amphitheater. This is always going to come into play tap because there's a good chance we're not going to have our, 1 or 2 giants. I mean, I guess I could have put Brian Stoutarm in here and had a little, whatever, but I don't think I have another Brian. And, of course, Sacred Foundry because, it's out of the set and I pulled it. My box was pretty good. I had 4 of the Shocklands, 2 Assassin's Trophies, one of which was foil, 2 of the Legendaries, so that wasn't a bad box at all. Transguild Promenade, and then the Gate version of Transguild Promenade, the Gateway Plaza. Like I said, the red-white doesn't have a whole lot of duels because it's an enemy color, and at the very early portion of the game, they did a lot of friendly colors, but no enemy colors. I would love to see the Future Sight land cycle fleshed out. I realize that's 5 different land cycles, but I don't think any of them are incredibly broken. Horizon Canopy has gotten expensive for modern use, but I think if they just put it in a standard playable set and made a whole cycle of friendly colors, hey, I think that price would fall down. But the blue black one they probably won't do because of memory issues around it. But man, that Grove of the Burn Willows would be cool as just a 10 card cycle. I love it because you've got your opponent gains the life, you get the mana of anything you want. So I like it a lot. Anyway, that's what I've got for Boros. I realized it was kind of a cop out here doing just Boros only cards, but I was kind of uninspired by just another Boros deck. And I think Tajik will probably end up being a lot better. I like Tajik. I didn't pull one. Currently, I still don't have one. I'm hoping that once the cards start flowing on release day, that he'll be more accessible, and I can, if I don't pull one, I can trade for one or whatever. But Lazov and Tajik are the only ones that I'm actually missing so far. So I had to pick them up. I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But by the way, I have picked up listening to, because y'all know that I work an hour away from home, so I spend quite a lot of time in the car. I have started to pick up I listen to a ton of podcasts, and I listen to a lot of them, but I've recently started listening to Homeward Path. Um, Good man's name, Adam. And Homeward Path, I listened to it on Podcast Addict. They have his last 3 episodes. He just did like episode number 10. But he is an MTG dad. He talks mainly more about the competitive scene, standard, modern, things like that. But it's a really good podcast on people with time budgets. Because we, as Magic players, this is not all we do. I mean, we have jobs and we have wives and kids, and, you know, we have to wait in line and pay bills, and, you know, all the things that that take away from our time in Magic. But it's still on our brains. It's still in our mind. We're still tuning and turning, and you can see the gears going always. But uh, it's a good podcast. Homeward Path. Adam's a great guy. Has some good insights. Heck, kind of got me wanting to start playing some standard. But anyway, that's all I got for now. I do appreciate you watching, but y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.